Let's go, let's go, let's go. What's up, guys? What's up? It is episode 3. It is, welcome back to Caroline on the Couch. I am your host, Caroline. This is the couch. It's Caroline on the Couch time, okay? So, let's get into our first segment, which would be what has Caroline been watching this week? So, guys, let's get into it. I have been watching WandaVision. If you don't have Disney Plus, first of all, what are you doing? Like, The Mandalorian really brought in the big bucks for Disney Plus, I think. And now that The Mandalorian is like over, kind of, it breaks my heart. I'm sad about it. I get emotional a little bit about it. That was an amazing show. I'm a huge Star Wars fan. So like The Mandalorian just like took it to this like freaking cool Star Wars like space sexy western show, and it was great. I loved it. That's not what I'm talking about. WandaVision. So WandaVision, in the first episode, me and Felix watched it and we were like, okay, like what is going on here? Like I think I talked about it in episode 2. It was giving me I Dream of Jeannie vibes. It was giving me I Love Lucy vibes. It was giving me Bewitched. Those kind of shows. And I loved it. I love those shows. And that's why I was really kind of into it. But I didn't understand what was going on in the show. Like what in the hell is going on? And then episode 2, you're kind of like, okay, are we moving through decades? Are we moving through eras in television? Like sitcoms, that's what it looked like. And then you get to episode 3 and you're like, oh, okay. So I'm not going to give any spoilers because I'm not that kind of a channel. If Felix was here, he would just be dropping just spoiler alert after spoiler alert. Like he'd be telling you the whole show. I'm trying not to do that. Go watch it. It's worth it. Disney Plus, if you'd like to sponsor me, Caroline on the Couch. But yeah, go watch WandaVision. It's really good. Episode 3, I was gripped. I hate that they're so short. Like they're too short. I love them. But yeah, and I think the actress who plays Wanda is just absolutely stunning. Like they did her amazing. Her hair, her beauty team, like amazing job. WandaVision's great. Go check that out. I'm simping over here for WandaVision. I just figured out what simp means. Some more things that I've been watching this week. I watched an entire season of a show in like a day, maybe like 2 days. And it was called Bling Empire on Netflix. Guys, this show is basically filmed in a typical reality television show with the interviews, and then like, there's like all these like parties and galas that these people are going to. But it's basically like the lifestyles of the rich and the famous Asian edition. And hey, I've got no problem with the Asian community. I mean, get yours. I know y'all are rich. Y'all know y'all are rich. In this show, y'all know y'all are rich. It's just like, damn. Like, it's crazy to see that level of wealth, and like the way that these people think and act with that money. For an example, they went to a party, excuse me, and it was like, it's a compliment if like, and they're noticing like your jewelry, okay, and if you have all these, like, if you have the best, the creme la creme, am I saying that right? I don't know, but the nicest of the nice jewelry on, the best thing you have, if you wear that at someone's party, that's like a huge compliment. And then, like, they notice it. And, like, if you don't and you wear, like, just a, a mill on your jewelry, you know, it's like an insult. I mean, you're lucky to get me to, like, wear a bra. You know what I mean? Like, excuse me. You're lucky if I wear makeup. You're lucky if my hair is down, if it's washed, if I remember to wear deodorant. You are lucky if I have shoes on. I mean, let's be real. So the fact that these people are like, oh my God, she came to my party with like only $2 million worth of jewelry on. What a bitch. What? It was so mind-boggling. But I watched the whole season. I mean, I don't even know how many episodes that was, but I watched the whole fucking season. Why? I was captivated. I was stuck. Like, I wanted to see, you know, I wanted to see if you know who was gonna talk about you know hey, and I was gonna see if you know Kevin was gonna fuck Kelly. If you saw the show, you know what I'm talking about. But then at the end of the season, Kevin's like on Kim. What? I saw it coming. But the show made you think they had like a brother-sister love. But I saw it coming. Anyway, Bling Empire. It was okay. It was alright. Yeah, so that's what I've been watching. Just those two. I've been coping with, you know, not having my co-host. This side of the couch is empty. He's working, and yeah, just been me and the kiddos just chilling and watching a lot of Disney. I'm disappointed with Disney. I'm disappointed. Not with the app, because the app's doing well. I keep burping. Excuse me. I'm disappointed with, like, just the shows. The shows are so lame. The shows are so cringy to watch. I'm sorry. They are. I have no room to talk because I have tried to go back and watch some of the shows that I watched as a kid, and I can't because they're too cringy. I get it. But in my time, that shit was next level, okay? Like, Xenon. Okay? That was an incredible movie. Like, all fucking 12 of them, right? They had, like, a whole bunch of them. Lizzie McGuire. Hello. Best show. Okay? Even Stevens. These are good quality television shows. Okay? Or they were once upon a time. Why am I doing this? I watch some of the shit that Lily's watching, and I'm just like, no, turn it off. And she's like, Mom, this is cool. No, it's not. It is making my ears bleed. I'm bleeding. It's painful. Ghosts. Do you believe in them? I think I do. And I'll have one experience that I will share with you. That is the root of the reason I believe in ghosts. Okay. So, when I was a kid, every summer we would fly to California to stay with my grandma for June and July. And it was just a tradition. My mom, me, and my brother would do this every summer. And my grandma had like this big house with a beautiful sunroom, and it was a giant sunroom. And like one summer it was like a TV room where we'd all cuddle and like watch, you know, TV. And then once my aunt started having kids, you know, it became the toy room, the playroom, you know. That thing looked like Toys R Us threw up in it. Like, my grandma spoiled these kids, so they just had endless amounts of toys everywhere. And so this one summer we were there, we were kind of sprawled everywhere. The bigger me and Aaron got, the more room we took up. Because typically when we would come and visit, we would sleep in the den. And we would kind of occupy the den for the summer. But I wanted to sleep out in the living room with my grandma. And my grandma had this beautiful house. And she didn't have her own room. And, granted, she could have slept in her mother's room. But her mother had passed. And that was her room, So she slept on the recliner in the living room. Took care of everybody. Didn't take care of herself. The saint. But I was like, I want to spend the night with grandma out there on the couch. So I was bunking out in the living room. And it was one of those good conversations, The one where you're half awake in the middle of the night. All the lights are off. It's dark. And your eyes are closed. And you're just talking to somebody. And you're just listening. And it's just quiet. And you're just having these like little quiet, intimate conversations about things that are silly or whatever, or sometimes they're serious, And it's just very quiet. And my grandma and me are talking, and it's really like I've got to emphasize how quiet it was in the house. And there's a lot of people in this house at this point. And in the break of us talking, we hear one of the toys in the toy room go off. And it was one of these like pop in the box, Jack in the Box type of toys where like a monkey springs out and, it does its monkey sound. And there's like a lion that pops out and roars and yada, 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 right? And so my grandma's talking and all of a sudden the monkey, the noise just goes off and it's like, ooh, ooh, ah, ah, ah. Okay. So we're just like, oh God, that fucking toy, like that's what we're thinking. And my grandma was like, oh, it probably fell down in the toy box or something and it's like landing on the button or some dumb shit. So I was like, yeah, I'm not gonna go get that. And so we just sat there in silence and like checking for ghosts. And so we go to talking again, and then in like the middle of the sentence, like we hear it again, and it's like ooh, ooh, ah, ah, ah. I'm like, damn it, now somebody has to get up because that's gonna wake somebody up, So my grandma's like, I'll do it. I'll do it, Caroline. I'll do it. So she gets up. She walks over to the sunroom. She has beautiful French doors. And she kind of had them propped open. And there was a baby gate. Okay? Stay with me. She puts one foot over the baby gate. Okay? My throat. What is going on? It's just like making noises. She puts one foot over the baby gate. And I kid you not, she's about to lift her other foot. She's old, y'all. She's holding on to the walls, the doors. She's trying to get her other foot over there. She lifts her foot, and I swear to God, you hear, ooh, ooh, ah, ah, ah. I swear to God. And I'm not even kidding you. My grandma just pisses her pants. Just pisses her pants. And I'm just dying. I am dying on the couch. I am laughing my fucking ass off at my grandmother, who is now standing in her own piss with her leg hiked up like she's a fucking German Shepherd. And I swear to God, she's just sitting there frozen. And she looks back and she looks at me and she's like, Caroline, get your mother now. I run down to the den. I'm like, Mom, there's some demon crap going on out here. You need to come in here. And my mom like runs out and she's looking, and like this monkey toy is like sitting in the middle of the playroom with like a clearing around it. and it's just sitting there. Y'all, my grandma's like trying to like, my mom's like, calm down, everybody fucking calm fuck down. She's like, it's probably the batteries. They're just probably dying. You know. So my mom goes over there to investigate. There's no fucking batteries. Ghosts are real. Demons are real. I don't fuck with that. Lily was like, Mom, can we get a Ouija board? Get the hell out of my house. You are evicted. If you bring a Ouija board in my house, pack you a damn bag. Get the hell on out. Because you are not bringing Satan in my house. I don't think so. Not for no damn joke. Not for no damn tickety talk. No thank you. No Satan in my house. Demons are real. Ghosts are real. My grandma pissed her pants. I was like 9 years old. Trauma. This is pure trauma. You know, I don't call it the couch for nothing, you guys. I figure out things while I'm sitting here talking to you. That's trauma. That ghost story was so off track. It wasn't even on my little script. But it's a good story, you know, because I be checking for ghosts all the time. Especially like when I'm alone. If I hear a creak, if I hear the house settle, I'm like, Lord Jesus, I know I have not talked to you in a long time. It's me. You remember me. Have a little talk with him. Like, if you decide to take me home, just know I believe in you and I am sorry for having sex before marriage. That was just Bo. I was like, demons! Bow, 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 bomb breakdown. I was really debating on which one I was going to talk about tonight. But I think I'm going to go with some more trauma. Oh my God. Let's just call my therapist. We're going to deep dive into some more trauma. So, it was a typical day. Felix was propane. We had a cashier in there. This cashier is a friend. I don't know if they want to be named. DM me if you want me to name you. But he was there and I was showing up with my little one, my baby, Link. He was a baby at the time, like, I don't know, 3 months, 4 months old. He was very young. And my two big uns were back at the house with their grandma. And I was just running up there in the truck to ask Felix, if things had gone worse, like this would have been like the worst thing I would have beat myself up for later on, but luckily everything went fine. But I was showing up to ask Felix if I could go to Target to buy a new comforter, like a whole new comforter set. And you know, the way to my man's heart is to just straight puppy dog his face, you know, like face to face, like just like, we need new bedding. And I was trying to go for that. So I was going to like meet him before he had like an hour before he got off anyway. I figured he could meet me at Target, you know, we could look together. And so I pull up and I pull up like right in front of the store, right there in front of the store. And so I get out, the baby's in the back, the truck is, it is running. And so, sorry, the truck is running. And so, I step out of the truck and I'm literally like right there at the tail light. I'm at the tail light. There's no one around me. And Felix comes outside and he's like on the phone and I'm like, what's going on? And I'm looking around and he's like looking around too and he's on the phone acting all crazy, describing someone. And I'm like, what the fuck? And I turn around and the cashier comes outside and I'm like, what's going on? And then he tells me some tweaker bitch just robbed the store. And I'm like, what? And he's like, yeah, and she took off in the neighborhood right there. And I was like, oh my God. And like, I thought she was gone, you know? And Felix was, I'm assuming he was describing her. Cops were literally like around the corner. They were coming up now. And I am pretty much in the middle of the truck at this point. And I'm on the driver's side. And I hear Felix yell, there she is. Oh my God, there she is. She's running back through the parking lot right now, officer. And he yells, they're about to get you. They're about to get you, dude. Like, you need to chill. Just chill. And like, at this point, I'm kind of like in shock because she's running past my truck. And I'm just kind of like, oh my God, you know? And I'm just looking. And then I see her make the instant decision, the worst decision that this fool could have made. She busts a left, crosses in front of my truck. And at this point, I'm like at the tail end of my truck because I'm watching her, you know. And right when I notice that she's making this decision, my body could not teleport, be there faster, like as fast as I wanted, like as my brain was. Like, no matter how hard I pushed my body, I couldn't get to the door before her. And she yanks it open. And she jumps inside. This girl weighed like 80 pounds soaking wet. She fucking just flew into the truck and shut the door. And the window was up. And and as soon as I saw her make the decision, as I was trying to push my body to get to the door before her, I was simultaneously screaming Felix's name. And he was like already behind me somehow. And I just instinctually, like I could feel him there. And I knew he was going to do what he had to do. And I just was trying to think ahead, I guess. And I ran to the front of the truck and just braced myself. Like I was ready to jump up and grab onto the hood and just go. Like, just hang the fuck on. And, like, I was just, I guess, preparing myself to be taken off with the truck. Because I don't give a fuck about the truck at this point. My baby is in the back. And this tweaker bitch is just trying to get the hell out of Dodge because the cops are pulling in. And she didn't know that there was a baby in there. And so I am screaming at the top of my lungs, my baby's in there. My baby's in there. My baby is in the truck. Get the fuck out of the truck. My baby is in the truck. I'm screaming it. And as I'm screaming it, I'm like kind of looking around and there's fucking people at their pumps, like just pumping their gas. Like not even giving a fuck. Not trying to see what's going on. Just like pumping their gas. And simultaneously as I'm doing this, a lot is going on. So I'm going to tell you everything that I'm seeing, but just know that all of this happened within a few seconds, okay? So I see, as I'm bracing myself to jump on the truck, I look up and I'm seeing Felix there's a struggle going on between the window. The window's down now. He never broke it, so I'm guessing that he got it down somehow. And he's reaching in and he's trying to get the key out. That's his main goal, was to get the key out. Meanwhile, she's trying to stomp, and she had broke my parking brake button, and she's trying to hit the gas, and she's trying to put it in drive. She's trying to fucking hit me and take off, okay? And at this point, the baby's crying in the back, so now she's fully fucking aware that there is a baby in there. Don't care. She's in it. And she's really trying to leave. And so My husband's trying to hold her back so he can get the key out. And she bites my husband so fucking hard that it broke skin and he's bleeding now. Okay? She almost like took off that part of his hand. And the only thing that saved him from that was our friend, this cashier, reached in the truck window. This is all going in and out of the driver window. Reaches in and pulls her fucking head back off my husband's hand so my husband can then beat the crap out of her trying to get her to stop. We know the police are now pulling in as all that was happening. The police were literally pulling in as she was jumping in my truck. It all happened so fast. And so, the cop could hear me. I mean, everybody could hear me, but the cops and everybody were pulling in and they could hear me scream, "My baby's in the truck. There's a baby in the truck." And this fucking cop, okay, whoever this cop was, this on-scene officer, killed it. Maybe that was a poor choice of words, but like he did his fucking job and he saved my baby. So you say what you want about police officers, but that cop, that specific cop, he saved my baby. So I owe him everything. He swooped in and he told Felix, like, "I got it." Felix backed off and this police officer opened the door and straight yeeted this bitch out of my truck. Straight through her. And there is a curb right there and she ate it. It was great. It was great. And yeah, of course I'm like, I was like blacking out. And of course I like ran over to her and like screaming in her fucking face, like, "You fucking lucky bitch." Whatever I was saying, I don't know. And Felix was like holding me back and like his hand was bleeding and like our home dude ran inside and like grabbed some hand sanitizer. So it was like pouring it all over Felix's hand and like he had to go to the hospital later on and get like that shit checked out. But yeah, her face was flat. My husband beat her face flat. And that is not something that he was proud of. I mean, that's something that really kind of, it stuck with him for a little bit. I mean, he had to do what he had to do, and he knows that. He's not to blame for that whatsoever. She was trying to take the vehicle. She was trying to take our child. She knew there was a child in there after a certain point, and she kept trying. And she was trying to hurt everybody. And it was all over some fucking jewel pods and packs of cigarettes and Swishers and just, she had drugs in her bag. They found drugs in her bag, IDs in her bag. This girl had like, she had a rap sheet we found out that was like the length of my arm. And like she did like a whole year worth of jail, just sitting in jail waiting on courts and shit. So she got done with like time served. I think she's getting out soon or just got out. But yeah, I mean, over some jewel pods, like you really could have fucked some shit up. That was a terrifying experience. And she was just like, oh, she was terrifying looking. She had like, I mean, I have photos on, my Facebook, but I don't know if I'm going to put them on the podcast. I don't know if I'm allowed to legally. I don't know. I kind of want to. I kind of just want to like have them pop up right here of what she looked like getting arrested. But I don't know if I can. Fuck. I don't know if I'm like lazy. I'm too lazy to look into that. But anyway, just know that her face was really fucked up and she served time and hopefully she learned her lesson. She had a long rap sheet and she was only like 23 years old. Like she was super young. And that's sad. I mean, I don't feel bad for her. She fucking made those decisions and fuck you, bitch. So yeah, that was the bum breakdown. That was the tweaker that tried to steal my car and my baby. That was a super traumatic experience, and I thought that I was going to die. I thought that she was going to ram me right into the gas station pump, and I was going to die. I thought that my baby was going to die. I thought I was going to be thrown off and I wouldn't know where the fuck the truck was going because there's no GPS in my truck. So, like, I would not know where, if she got in a wreck, you know, like, just so many thoughts. The what ifs is what fucked me up. And, yeah. There is, like, a therapist that, like, tried to reach out to me and Felix about, like, the victim stuff and victim advocates and things like that. But, like, you know, you don't really think about PTSD and stuff like that until you go through something like that. Because then you can just sit there and your brain kind of just wanders. And you sit there and think about the what ifs, and then you're like, oh my god, it's been 45 minutes of me putting myself in a full-fledged panic. Thinking of all the different ways that this could have gone down. And my baby is safe and sound snoring in the other room. I need to calm the fuck down. You know, like, that is a PTSD, like, panic attack in my eyes. Like, that's what happens to me. So, I don't know. Maybe I need to get some counseling or something about it. But that's what the couch is for. Definitely go and subscribe to the channel. We would love to add you to our couch potato family. We are the couch taters, tater tots, couch potatoes, whatever you want to call us, however you want to slice it, it's still a potato. Next week, let's talk about next weekend. So I know this video is a couple days late. If you are subscribed and you have noticed that, thank you. I love you. I missed you. You know, just going through some things, missing my co-host. So I got brave, filmed one for you tonight. It's up a little late. It is what it is. But we're also going to be filming one this weekend. And I'm going to have a special co-host. It is my best friend, Emily. She's going to be a stand-in co-host for Felix for a little bit. And I'm pretty excited to have her on. We always have a good time, me and that chick. So it'll be funny to see. Every time we talk to each other, we're like, we should record this. Why are we not recording this? This is useful information the world needs to know. Like, we have that kind of conversations. So, you're in for a treat with her. You know, she's got some crazy stories. That girl is nuts. She came over just the other night. She was like, she hit me up. She goes, hey, are you awake? I want to come smoke a bowl. I'm at a baby shower right now. And I was like, yeah, absolutely, come over. And she came over, dude. And we chilled and we smoked. And then it was like time for her to like get ready to leave. And we got so high we lost her keys. Okay, they fell beside my couch. And it took us 45 minutes to find them. And she was on the phone with Geico, like about to get roadside assistance. Because she thought she locked her keys in her car. And they were in my house. We were just so high we overlooked them. That is us. And then the funniest thing, and I know she doesn't even care that I tell the story because she was saying that we could talk about it this weekend, but I'm going to tell it right now. My homegirl is standing in my living room, and I'm looking at her. She's got this cute, super cute, like, black puffer jacket on. And it looked like almost like a Ralph Lauren polo puffer. It could have been that. And I was just like, oh my god, Emily, that is such a cute jacket. And she was like, thanks, bitch. And I was like, and I'm looking at her. And I was like, I think you have something on your jacket. Ladies and gentlemen, I knew exactly what this stain was the millisecond that my pupil looked at it. I knew the second that I looked at it what this stain was, okay? And I was trying to be like, break it to her easy. I was like, Emily, I think you have something on your jacket. And she was like, what? Oh, it's whatever. It's cool. And I was like, no, but like, it looks like slippery. I don't know. And she's like, wait. And she starts looking. And I'm like, girl, it looks like some straight up cum. There's some cum on your jacket. You got cum on your jacket right now. There's cum on your jacket. And she was like, oh my god. She was like, oh my god. Me and my dude had sex in my car like right before. And I was like, first of all, who is fucking in their cars? What are you doing? You have a house. What are you doing fucking in your car? She explained it to me. It made sense. But I was like, what's going on with the jacket? But here's the funny thing. She came to my house after leaving a baby shower. And I'm like, Emily, did you wear this jacket in the baby shower, just like walking around with it on? Because it's Colorado. Everybody kind of just keeps their jacket on. It's cold. And she's like, no, I took it off. And then she starts thinking about it. And she's like, oh my God, the more that I'm sitting here thinking about it, I'm like, did I wear this jacket around this party? And I'm like, oh my God, you did. You've got cum on your jacket, Emily. That's just one of like a million hilarious damn stories. That's my girl. But you're going to meet her this weekend, and I hope you love her. You are going to love her. I'm excited for her to join the podcast family and to have really funny conversations and tell really funny stories. And yeah, look forward to that this weekend. Any more news, upcoming events? If you're a part of my Facebook family, look out for Caroline on the Couch Kids Edition. That is coming, a new episode of that. The kids are eager to jump back on the podcast, so we will have that there. I think that's it. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed the episode 3 of Caroline on the Couch. Subscribe, like, comment below. Tell me what you guys want to talk about, what you want to see. Hopefully my suggestions are nice and you go and watch what I'm watching and you like it too. I do know I had somebody get in contact with me that they bought the Febreze from episode 1 that we talked about, and they love it. And that brings joy to my heart, because that's the best Febreze, and your house should smell incredible. And it does now. So shout out to you, Quinn. Good job. Yeah. That was episode 3. I gotta get off or I'll just keep talking all night. I love you guys. Peace, love, happiness. Caroline on the Couch. I'm out.